Welcome back. Hello, everyone. I need to start that properly. Okay. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to Nightshift Thoughts. So today's episode's a cool one because I have it actually recorded where you can see my beautiful face and my disgusting hair. So that will be going on YouTube so you guys can hear me and see me at the same time. But I just thought I would let you guys know that I have this up on YouTube as well. So it'll be on all the normal platforms and stuff. But I just thought I would record this one because it's going to be part of my series. So welcome back. I hope everyone has had a good week, day, wherever you are listening to this. Currently, our weather has gone downhill. It was 30 degrees. Beautiful. I was outside getting some tan on. You cannot see because of the lighting right now. I look pale, but got my tan on, and then 2 days later we had hailstorms, and I'm pretty sure the insurance companies are busy right now because there has been holes in pergolas, cars ruined, and I kid you not when I say this, but yesterday every single person, it's like they'd never seen hail before. There was hail stories and all over social media. I was like, you know what? What is this? Apparently no one's seen hail before. So apparently everyone who lives in the burbs was shocked that there's something called hail. But you know what? We'll live and we'll get there. So today's episode is actually an exciting one. So this is, this is the first one, first part of my COVID Nah series. Give me 1 second. It's called my Conah series, which has to do with all things COVID, vaccinations, freedom, lockdowns, everything like that. So this is part one of my Conah series. So I just thought that I would jump straight in and let you guys know and preface this by saying I do not care about your vaccination status. Every single person who wants to listen is welcome here, but I'm here to just share my opinions, to share my views and just the boat that I'm in, personal experience. I cannot speak for every single person, but I can speak for myself. So this is all my experiences and everything that I have learnt over the last year and a half, coming from someone who works in retail, who has worked throughout this whole pandemic, at least one of my jobs, I've worked throughout this whole pandemic. So I just want to preface this by saying I do not care about your vaccination status. I see you as a person. I do not define you as your vaccination status, and I hope you do so for me, but I'm currently not vaccinated, so that's the stance I'm coming from, but I don't really care if you are vaccinated, if that makes sense. So this is also something that I want to say, that I am not an expert. I do not claim to be an expert, but you know what? I have a voice. God has given me a voice, and I'm going to use it to help share the love and positivity and to spread light with everyone. So in saying that, I thought that I would jump straight in and let you guys know that this is going to be a big series. I think I have currently 10 episodes planned, but they'll be scattered. So I'll have 1 week of Nightshift Thoughts and then 1 week of this type of series episodes. So I'll let you guys know when they're all out, and they will be, I'm hoping to get most of them on YouTube. I don't want to do much editing, so let's see how good. This has taken me 3 shots already. The first shot, I pressed record on the computer to record audio and forgot to record, so I got on here. So I got 5 minutes in and it wasn't recording. So this is my 3rd time recording, so let's see how well this goes, and I'm hoping not to do any editing, so let's just jump right in. So for those of you who don't know, I actually grew up loving English. I've always loved, I'm very good at making bull only for my English assignments, and I did pretty well actually going through school. English is one of those things that I had a love-hate relationship. I love writing stories and writing my thoughts. I'm a big journaler. I have about 10 journals, I reckon, that are completed. I used to journal, get this, when I was in high school, I used to journal every single day of everything that happened, and I read back it to all my journals, and I just love it. So I am a big journaler, and because of that, the only way that I found really to get my thoughts out of my brain, and because I'm a very deep thinker, as you guys can probably tell, is to really just journal it all. So I think my laptop, I have about 5 journals on at the moment. Some are my prayer list, some of my God journals, and some are just my normal everyday, this is what I've been up to some of my dream journals. So the other night, I reckon 2 nights ago, I was going to record this yesterday, but by the time I got around to it, it was 12 o'clock in the morning, and I ended up going to bed at 2, so I didn't want to record that. But here we are today, and I just thought that I would share with you guys something that I've written, something that's a bit vulnerable for me, something from my heart. So I have it typed on my screen, so if I'm not looking up here, that's because I'm looking down here at my laptop. So I did a bit of journaling, and this is just the thoughts, my thoughts, just the best way that I can portray the situation I'm in, and probably most of you guys as well, that you would understand the same situation that we're all in, I guess you could say. So I'm here to be a voice to those who want to be heard but are scared. In no way am I shaming anyone for anything, but these are just my thoughts. This is really vulnerable place to share them, so please be kind. I put them out in hope that someone will resonate or someone's eyes would be open. This whole COVID situation has really gotten to me. Along with many others, I feel confused, alone, annoyed, and all consumed by it. Mental health is at an all-time low, and people are fed up. Fed up with everything. Fed up with the C word, with the V word, and everything else to do with those words. Everywhere I turn, I'm reminded of the reality of how things are, that this new so-called normal is in fact not really normal, or at least it shouldn't be considered normal. There have been days where I've really struggled and can't escape it. Other days I feel a sense of relief as we are granted our birthright freedoms back until they are taken away again a couple hours later. It's hard to see the light and have hope when it doesn't even look like we'll ever get our old lives back. I see people doing things out of despair and confusions. Sometimes I just want to give them a hug, but there are signs screaming at me saying, keep 1.5 meters apart. It never ends. Maybe that is why we have lost our ability to empathize and connect on a deeper level, because we're so worried on what new rules we must follow, otherwise consequences will incur. We forget our humanity, what makes us special, unique, and even loved. Deep down, we have all struggled, some more than others, but it has taken a toll on all of us in some way, shape, or form. I can't wrap my head around this nonsense that I'm surrounded by, the tyranny that people are so oblivious to. What can I say? Ignorance is apparently bliss. After all, we were warned about this in many books we all read in English. Here I am thinking that those novels are fiction and so far-fetched, because no one would let that happen, right? Little did I know that less than 3 years later, those very things would be my new and apparently accepted normal. A different type of segregation that has blurred lines, depending on who you talk to, that is. Every day, the separation between citizens and their jab status becomes more and more pronounced. The lack of empathy for another human being who also has DNA, but may not have a little extra chemical swelling around, or the it's my body, it's my choice until it comes to the jab. The rules that just can't seem to make sense unless you're brainwashed. Oh no, sorry, that was actually too harsh. Unless you're conditioned not to ask questions. To not ask questions about how there may be another agenda going on, or to even have a differing opinion to the one being shouted by mainstream media and politicians. But it's all right. You don't have to be brainwashed to believe everything the media, government, and Big Pharma are saying. You just have to not care at all if it doesn't affect you. You just have to believe the lies that are everywhere, because why would you do your own research when they are telling you what to believe? Seems like too much work, even if the future generations' freedoms are at risk. Their problem, right? Things will go back to normal, they say. When? In 2 years, 5 years, or 50 years from now? What does the new normal even mean anymore? The word has had so many meanings over the years, but I can't quite seem to wrap my head around the current meaning. Normal. You mean when we get our freedoms back? The ones that countless of lives fought to protect? The ones that are in the hands of politicians in the sake of safety? Or the freedoms that we will get back if we do something in exchange for them? Does that not make them freedoms at all? Does that make them not freedoms? Or jabdoms? Because that's what we have to do to get them back. Our world has become a place where ignorance is bliss, because if I get the jab, my life will be back to normal. But who cares about the people that don't want it or can't get it for personal reasons? They're called selfish and not loving their neighbour, as if we truly know their heart intentions. Since when has it become okay to use religion to force someone to do something? Oh wait, it isn't okay. Jesus never said love your neighbour by getting the jab. Or did I miss that in the Bible? Being loving goes deeper than that. It endures all things and doesn't end, especially if they disagree with you or have a different status than you. Say what you want, but I think some religious people are using their Bible verses to force their own agenda. What agenda, you might ask? The one that is ever present yet ever ignored, or even better, simply dismissed. The one where if you have money and power, you control the narrative. A narrative so clear and achievable at the expense of everyday citizens. The rules enforced, however, don't apply to non-normal citizens. Take tennis players or football players, for example. They generate millions for the economy. However, we are forgetting about the millions that actually make up the economy. These millions are now living in despair or lockdown while the famous sportsmen traipse around the world as if the rules don't apply to them. Oh wait, they don't. The narrative where the leaders are from another book completely and don't follow the same rules as everyone else. They don't even participate in the same game, but rather they sit inside a little box in the grandstands, perfectly fine and watching everyone try to do their best. And if they don't, it's right, they'll get punished. The narrative where we fire the very people we need the most. Makes sense, right? Overcrowded hospitals or understaffed. Maybe both, but I guess we won't know the truth. The narrative where there only seems to be one solution, the one with the most amount of risk, but it also is the one where the higher ups profit the most. Don't believe me? Well, $50 billion plus have been generated in revenue in 2021 alone from COVID vaccinations in the US. Now, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, although some may say I'm on B1. I believe in the truth, and the truth doesn't mind being questioned, but a lie does. Let that sink in. The truth doesn't mind being questioned, but a lie does. If what we are being told is the truth, they wouldn't mind the questions we have because they know that what they have shared is the truth. Do we see this? No. I think not. Something called censoring or fact-checking comes to mind. But hey, let's see how long this episode stays up anyways, because it might get taken down for some reason or another, or it might be fact-checked for my opinion. You know what? That's fine. If we stand together as one, things might change. You know what? I know there is hope because I know a God that has everything in his control, and that is why my peace has been unshakable throughout this whole experience. If we love our neighbor, truly love them, then we will begin to see a shift in attitude. In these new times, it is really brave and courageous to have an altering opinion. If you agree with someone who has this opinion, let them know and encourage them because I'm sure they appreciate their support. It is so hard to want to stand up for your freedoms when everyone else is happy to give them up completely. What about in 10 years' time, when you regret giving up your freedoms? Then what? You'll be thankful for those who stood up and fought till the end. So a little support and compassion goes a long way. If you don't agree with me, that's fine, but I hope you are open-minded and don't go hating on me or anyone for that matter. I'm happy you made it this far, and I'm glad that you have taken time out of your day to listen to my thoughts. I have my days and so do you, but at the end of the day, we are alive. The question is, what will you do with the time that you have? Will you fight for what's important, or will you fight for those who stand up for what's important? Another question is, where is your line? Where does that line end, and does it continue moving depending on what society is saying and what's happening around us? So that's the end of my spiel that I created at 12 o'clock in the morning. To be honest, I don't really know how to end this because, that's very personal to me. But you know what? This is what I'm here for, and this is a very short episode for today. But in the later episodes, if you guys can share this around with everyone, that'd be amazing. I'd love to get the word out there for my COVID series that's coming out, Conah. So keep an eye out for that. Also, if you guys would love to, please come over to my Instagram at Nightshift Thoughts to come and talk to me. If you guys are really feeling lonely and down, just come have a chat to me. I'm really open, as you can tell. But another couple of people that I recommend following, if you guys are on the same boat and want to be informed about things that are going on in our society, because every single person is wanting that. There's three people that I follow mainly. There's the Primod, so the Primod. So he's a guy from New South Wales, and he just spits fire. He has a podcast which I haven't listened to, but his Instagram, follow him on Instagram. I'm giving him a shout out because he has he was on the other side. So he used to be like very anti against all the government and very like for everything. But then he realized that there's another agenda going on. So he decided to stand up for it. And there's another guy called Uite. I cannot remember his name for the life of me. Let me just give me 1 second to see if I can find his Instagram. Give me 1 second, please. Give me 1 second, please. Give me 1 second, please. Where is... Okay, I found it. I don't know how to say it. OOITANG1. Ootang. So he's a really good guy on Instagram. He's from South Australia, and he just, you know what, he's just here for everyone, and he gets probably hundreds and hundreds of messages a day. But if you guys want to follow him, I will tag them in this on Instagram so that you guys can just follow them straight away from my account. But another person that I absolutely love is Renee Bennett from Girl Next Door podcast. She is the most kind-hearted soul, and she's just so beautiful inside and out. I haven't really gotten the chance to meet her, but me and my friends listen to her podcast. I think there's over 100 episodes out now. But she does the Freedom series, I think it's called, which is amazing. It's really good to listen to. So if you guys want to go listen to that, go ahead and have a suss about that. I'll tag her as well. But I just thought that this would be a good way to intro everything to do with my Conah series. So that's just my thoughts for tonight. And I know it's something different, and this isn't what my platform was supposed to be for. But you know what? I just thought that I have a voice, so I might as well share. Because I know a lot of my friends are in the same boat as me. They want to speak up, but they just don't know how. So it's easier for them to share a podcast or a post or something that someone has already made. So that's why I'm here. And this is going to be up, I think, in the next coming days once I get myself sorted. But I will tag every single one of those Instagram accounts in the new post that's coming out. And I hope that everyone has a great week. And I hope that you guys aren't too down, and I hope that this opens your eyes a bit to make you think. And no, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm a normal human being that just has been blessed with a big brain and a very switched on personality, to not just take it how it is and to do my own research and to actually just figure things out for myself. And no one likes being told what to do. So I think it's harder for you to be told what to do, but you don't know why you're being told what to do. So I think it's good to explore and to just research other options and why what is going on is actually going on. So yeah, this has been my spiel, longer than I thought, but this is my first episode of my Conah series, and this is Arianna out. See ya.